Hey, it's James here from GoodGuitarist.com, and in today's lesson, I'm going to show you a simpler way to play I'm Yours by Jason Mraz. And I've already taught it like it is on the recording with the palm muted strumming and that cool intro melody. But here we're going to do it in a simpler way to use as a stepping stone. It has a lot of the same elements of that version. I've just simplified a little bit of it to help you get to that point where you can do all that cool stuff.
I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours.
And the first thing you might notice is that I'm leaving my ring finger down for each chord, and that's going to help us pivot off of that finger and make way more accurate switches, so we can play through the whole song. We're going to start off on our G chord. My middle finger goes to the 3rd fret of the thickest string. My ring finger is on the 3rd fret of the B string, and my pinky's just underneath that on the 3rd fret of the thinnest string. So everything's on the 3rd fret. My index could go on the 2nd fret of the A string. That's optional. Generally, that string is going to be muted when you're playing like that, either way, so it doesn't really matter if you press it. And then we're going to switch to a D chord. So we're going to pivot off of our ring finger. My middle finger is going to go to the 2nd fret of the thinnest string, and my index finger is going to go to the 2nd fret of the G string. So my fingers are making like a little triangle. That's the D chord. Then from there, once again, we're going to pivot off of our ring finger, and we're going to move our index and middle up. My index is on the 2nd fret of the A string. That's the 2nd thickest string. And my middle finger is just underneath it, also on the 2nd fret of the D string. So from our D chord, we basically just lift those two fingers up. It's a very efficient path. And then from here, we're going to lift those two fingers up again, and our middle finger goes to the 3rd fret of the A string, and our index goes to the 2nd fret of the D string. This is really similar to that G chord we started off with. And this chord progression, just like this, you can use it to play like a billion songs. Like,
just a small town girl living in a lonely world. Rose, take me home to the place I belong.
It's in like a gajillion songs. I'll put links down below, right? I have a video where I show a whole bunch of these. Either way, in I'm Yours, we're going to play them like this. So you see, we have the G chord 2 times, the D chord 2 times, E minor twice, and then C twice. And for each of those chord symbols, we're going to count to 4. So we're starting off on G, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. E minor, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. And it's really important to go through this step and make sure that you're playing each chord for the right number of beats. That'll make it so much easier to add our strumming pattern later. And it also gives you an opportunity to work out the chord shapes. I have a free ebook, I'll put a link to that down below, where I outline the chord switching game, which is a method for mastering chord shapes. We also go through it in my course, Learn Guitar Once and For All, which I'll talk about more at the end of this lesson. Either way, you go through it like that, strumming on beat 1, and then you have 3 beats to switch. So you have quite a while to switch. Do it at your own pace. You could even take a moment to sing at that point, going,
I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait, I'm sure.
It's important to integrate rhythm in other steps of the learning process, not just strumming. So many people just do the chords and stuff, and then they save up the rhythm for strumming time. We got to be rhythmic when we're practicing our chord shapes and when we're doing practically everything else. And that way it all comes together. Rhythm is what ties it all together. Now, speaking of rhythm, we have a strumming pattern for this one. It goes like this. Do that slowly. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So root, down, miss, up, down, up. And I would get used to saying that, just going root, down, miss, up, down, up, root, down, miss, up, down, up. You know, and being rhythmic as we say it. And then we can break it down on guitar, going root, down, 3, 4, root, down, 3, 4. So we're just doing the first half of our pattern, and root is just a small downstroke that just aims for the thicker strings. Root, down, 3, 4. Do that a whole bunch. Notice I'm counting 3, 4 out loud. That way I'm still staying in time, you know? And then our second half, we're gonna start by counting 1, 2, and then we go miss, up, down, up. So we miss the strings on beat 3, up, down, up. 1, 2, miss, up, down, up. And I'm just gonna mute the strings. That way I'm not like killing my fingers holding the same chord shape the whole time. That's a great tip, you know, if you're gonna be strumming and practicing it for like 10, 15 minutes. Anyways, you go through it just like that, breaking it down in halves, vocalizing it. And something that's really important to notice is when we're counting and strumming, the downstrokes fall on the numbers, upstrokes fall on the ands. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it might be worth your while to just do that, just counting out loud, and 4 and 1 and 2, you know, just doing it like that to like kind of calibrate your body and get used to the way that strumming goes on guitar. Either way, once you've practiced it and broken it down like that, we can put the whole thing together going root, down, miss, up, down, up, root, down, miss, up, down, up. You know, be able to cycle through it a few times, and then we can add a swing feeling to it, and that'll make it sound a lot more like the song. You know, instead of going like,
I won't hesitate no more.
you know, that's with a straight feel where strumming is robotic and even, but with a swing feel,
I won't hesitate no more.
you know, it has that kind of summery, like island vibe, right? And when we do a swing feel, the downstrokes are a bit longer. So it's like down, up, down, up. You know, it's that classic like country or like blues kind of thing. And that's just something that we can add on top of it once we're comfortable with all the mechanics of it. Either way, we're just gonna play our strumming pattern one time per chord symbol. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours.
Now, when it comes to playing the entire song, that's 99% of it. You know, you do that for the chorus, you do that for the verse. And the only other part is the bridge, which has one more chord shape, A7. And we're coming from our C chord. So what we can do is we can leave our index finger down, and then we can put our middle finger on the second fret of the B string. That gives us our A7 shape. Just pivoting off our index. And the order of the chords is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to write it down here, and I recommend you write this down too. We're going to play G once, and then D once, and so on. And you can go practice it in that same way that we did in this lesson. You know, this lesson's like a blueprint for the order that you should practice things in. First going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, A7, 2, 3, 4. And then you would do that one more time in the recording. So you do that progression 2 times. You know, and just strumming it once and counting out loud, that's a really good way to like nail the chord changes and keep them really tight. And then you can add the strumming to it.
Scooch on over closer, dear, and I will nibble your ear. Ooh-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
You have to really be into it to nail the doot-doos. Anyways, That's it for this tune. If you want to practice the entire song from start to finish with me, that's available on my Patreon page. You'll find a link for that down below. Don't forget to grab your copy of my free ebook, which will help you with all things chords and strumming. And if you want to take things to the next level and just kind of have a path from where you're at to where you want to be on guitar, to be able to just show up and play guitar and strum songs and look them up online and be able to play them right away with just the lyrics and the chords and stuff. I have a course, Learn Guitar Once and For All, that teaches exactly how to do that. All the basic chord shapes, the most useful strumming patterns, a bunch of songs that you're going to recognize. So I'll put a link down below if you're more interested in finding out a little bit more about that. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy learning guitar with me. Have a fun time practicing, and I'll see you soon.